guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, and I hope that you continue to enjoy my content that I create here on YouTube. Anyway, my 100K special will be drawing gods from my God AU. Quick explanation. Basically, this AU is essentially the same, except each tribe has their own god that has, or it represents things associated with the tribe, and things that aren't necessarily associated with the tribe. And they all kind of have their own, and they all kind of like work together. In a way, they're like a group. I did make them all female because I wanted to mirror like the monarchy in Wings of Fire, where queens and stuff like that. But I think it'd be cool to have a storyline where that kind of gets overturned, like how democracy was introduced in one of the later books. Anyway, let's jump right into things. I don't have any lore set in stone, and they don't have any names yet. These designs took me a long time, so I didn't quite have time to fully flesh out much else. So I'll just be talking about the designs. For this one, I originally wanted to go more bird-like, as you can see here, trying to add feathers, but I just kind of stuck with fire/smoke. The back was supposed to be fire, but in the end, I just couldn't get it to look right. I tried to give each of the dragons a special feature, although that didn't work out for all of them. And overall, this one was a very strong start for me when drawing these. I gave her silver and feathers as jewelry to kind of represent part of like what she represents, which is fire, light, sky, war, and birds. Most of it's self-explanatory. If you don't understand the light, sun, light, fire, dragons, all that. The reason I didn't keep the back part as fire is it looked a little too repetitive with the glowiness that she had going on everywhere else, and I even tried to break it up by having the black spots there, but it was not coming together, so I changed it to smoke. I actually really liked her design overall, but I definitely think there are better ones in here. Next, the Mudwing I had a lot of fun with. I wanted to give her lots of speckles, and I wanted to give her lots of different browns, and I had already had this character planned out, and I think this is definitely one of my favorites. She represents family, earth, love, kindness, feasts, and friendship plus protection. All things that I feel like most Mudwings either really like or have basically built into their culture. And I think it makes a lot of sense. I do imagine that she has her own, Sibs group, but I don't think they're all gods. I think most of them are demigods, and that's kind of how I see that going. Or maybe they are gods, but just lesser gods. I had a lot of fun with her jewelry, and I made it look like macrame, which is something I have recently gotten into. And I really loved this one. So, moving on. Now, the hive wing, I didn't like the hive wing. I tried really hard to get this certain style going. I wanted her to feel very bug-like, but that didn't peek through. And then I wanted to go for something steampunk, and I don't think that turned out the way I wanted it to. So her design is probably going to change if I ever draw her again in the future. She represents hate, control, betrayal, poison, invention, and bugs. I kind of put a lot of bad traits into the hive wing just because I didn't know what else to give her. Sorry, guys. No hate against hive wings, I just didn't know what to give her. So the Sandwing, I honestly, although I like her design, it wasn't anything like how I wanted it to come out. I had an image and it didn't work out. But I do like what she represents. She represents music, sun, treasure, and choice. I felt like the treasure choice, both of those, feel kind of random, but I based it off of things that happened in the books. The leaf wing, I actually really like the design of, although it's probably going to get changed a little to fit more godlike, but I think she's pretty cute. She's all about wildlife, seasons, rebellion, plants, stuff like that, you know? And I definitely love, like, the design a lot more than I thought I was gonna with the pink, which I took inspiration because of the Wings of Fire guide. Okay, the Sea Wing's gotta be actually one of my favorites. I absolutely love how she came out. I feel like she came out very bubbly, which is definitely how I wanted her to, because I feel like a lot of sea gods turn out very fierce, and I kind of wanted to go for, like, the opposite of that. Her things are like water, isolation, storms, stories, and really any water creatures. Most of that feels very self-explanatory, but I feel like the stories is just fun. I could come up with a bunch of reasons, but I just liked the idea. A bunch of the things I gave attributes for were taken because of, like, specific things in the books that stood out to me. And they might, like, the ideas might change again. Like, this is a very not set in stone universe yet so far. The Silkwing represents creativity, art, festivals, freedom, along with friendship. Although these are probably my favorite set of ideals out of all the dragon gods I've made, this is my least favorite design, by far. I really wanted to give her a very plain looking underbelly and then some bright, fantastical colors on top. And as you can see, I went through a good portion of design ideas. It didn't work out the way I wanted to, and it makes me sad that it did not come out as well as I had hoped. But I think she still turned out good, and I especially like her accessories. So I'll have to go back and do a new color later. This is the Ice Wing. Oh my gosh, I rave about this every time I have to draw an Ice Wing. Ice Wings are so hard to draw for me because I feel like they have such a limited color scheme, and I can't think of anything new to do for them. Absence, gift, greed, order, and ice, which I feel like are ideals up until Snowfall's book. Now, I know I probably said this before, but this is definitely, absolutely my favorite design for the Nightwing. I really like the contrast between the gold jewelry that I gave her and the black scales, because I know a lot of people give Nightwing silver, but I really like the gold look. And I just overall think she turned out very majestic looking, and that's definitely what I was going for. The Nightwing goddess represents future, death, memory, nighttime, darkness, and the moon. All pretty obvious stuff, I think. But overall, this was definitely a very good design, in my opinion. The Rainwing goddess represents creatures, companions, life, wisdom, colors, and confidence. Because, well, I feel like that represents the tribe a lot overall. Now, although I had a very set idea of the line art for this dragon, the color scheme, my god, the color scheme. As you can see, I went through a lot of variation, and this isn't even all of them. I had to cut some for time. But I could not, for the life of me, figure out a good color scheme. Although I think the color scheme I ended up having is very good, I do kind of wish it was a bit more colorful. Although I'd be interested to hear your thoughts and what you think about it. Overall, I know that I keep saying that, like, okay, this is the one, but this is definitely one of my favorites because I felt like this one really spoke to me. I don't know why particularly, but I definitely had a lot of fun drawing all the flowers because I wanted her to be very plant jewelry based. I know this is a bit late for the 100 special, but I had a lot of fun making this, and I hope you guys enjoyed the finished products. I just gotta say one more time, thank you guys so much for all the support. I never could have believed it. And I can't wait to start some new projects with you guys. See you next time. Bye!